Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Wednesday. We are on day 3 of our book, My Librarian is a Camel, and we are focusing on Australia. So, if you want, have this book out. And if you could also have out your packet that has our story out typed, that would be great also. And I'll show you that again at the end, just in case. But if you can get that out and ready to go, that would be wonderful. All right, friends, here we go. The smallest continent in the world, Australia lies southeast of Asia. Because the continent is in the southern hemisphere, the seasons are opposite to those in the northern hemisphere. Summer actually begins on December 1st. Winter begins on June 1st. The official language is English, but there's also hundreds of Aboriginal language spoken, the languages of Australia's native people. Now, you all might be wondering, where did that information come from in the text? Because if you remember, yesterday we finished our last paragraph. So it's actually coming from what we like to call the little orange box over here that has a map, and it also has a picture of the flag of Australia. All right, friends. So, what do we know about Australia?
We know it's the smallest continent in the world. It's near Asia. Its seasons are different than ours. The official language is English, which is very interesting, but there are also lots of other languages spoken by their native people.
Good job. All right, friends, text-dependent questions. This is one is on you guys to go ahead and answer. So it says, according to the story, why are the seasons the opposite to us? Use details from the text to support your answer. Now remember, to get the details from the text, open it up. You can go ahead, turn to the page. And I want you to go back to your story and find that evidence. Why is that? You'll be able to answer this question in our Google Classroom. Okay, so that's on you guys to do that. Now, something fun that we're going to do that's a little bit different is you are going to create the flag of Australia. So that's when I asked you guys to go ahead and get your paper. So on your paper, you'll notice that at the top, the heading is My Librarian is a Camel, Australia. That is right here. We've already gone over this. This would be our multi-syllable words. You'll notice that there's this big empty space right here on the bottom of your paper. You are going to use this to go ahead and solve on to draw how to draw the Australian flag. So you guys are going to do that right on the bottom piece of this paper. All right. So hang on, Mrs. Bell wants to give you explicit directions.
I want to share with you also that these are some pictures that I got off the internet about what Australia looks like. The first picture is of kangaroos. They're native to Australia. And the other picture is of the Gold Coast. And that's what the story was about getting books along the Gold Coast. So that's what that's called. We're going to press play on this video. Anytime throughout the video, you can pause your video and do your steps and then press play, or you can rewind it. So it's here for you. Have fun with this. When we come back to class in the morning, we want to see your flag. So we want you to show us what you drew on the bottom of that paper. Okay, so have fun with it. Get your crayons out and let's get started.
Hey, art friends, today we're going to draw a flag. Whose flag are we going to draw?
Australia's flag.
Yeah, we hope you're going to follow along with us. Now, for this lesson, you're going to need a pencil, some paper, and
something to color with.
Something to color with. You're getting really tall there.
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
Now, we're going to press really hard with our pencil, but you guys at home can press lightly so that the lines can be erased at the very end. We're pressing hard, though, so it shows up on the camera. Now, first, we're going to draw a border around our paper. We also have it horizontal so that we can, draw the same proportion as an actual flag, right?
Yes.
Now, if you wanted to, you don't have to create a border. You could just fill the whole page if you wanted. But we're going to do this. It's going to look really cool. So we're just going to go around the edge of our paper and create a border. I'm going to draw a line over here on the right side. Hopefully this shows up. Make sure you're pressing hard. And that's a good idea to turn your paper. That's a little easier to pull a straight line towards you instead of going sideways.
Yeah.
Sorry, I moved my hand.
You're good.
Now, if we ever go too fast or you guys need more time, remember you can always pause the video. Next, we're going to split our flag right in half. Now this line I'm going to draw lightly first. So I'm just going to go right down the middle, and this line probably won't show up on the camera. So we're going to split it right down the middle first. We don't really need to go all the way down, but sometimes that makes it easier to split it in half. Then we're going to turn our paper sideways like this, and we're going to split our paper in half the lengthwise also. I'm going to come all the way. Now this time, I'm actually only going to go to that middle line. Then I'm going to come over here and erase the bottom of the first line we drew down the middle. So we'll erase this. So we should only have a rectangle in the top left corner. It goes all the way to the middle this way and all the way to the middle down. In the top right corner, we're drawing the Union Jack flag. So first thing we're going to do, we could draw a light line down the middle, but we're going to draw, I'm going to draw two darker lines on each side. So the first line is just so that you know where the middle of the flag or the middle of this corner is. And then we're going to draw two lines down, one on each side. That way this stripe is in the middle. There we go. Now we can turn our paper this way, and we're going to do the same thing. Let's draw a line, split the corner right down the middle, and then we're going to draw, so that one's light because I'm going to erase it, but then we're going to draw a darker line on the left side and also on the right side. We love all of our friends in Australia, don't we?
Yeah.
And we're also praying for them. With all of the fires, we feel so bad for them, and we hope that they're all safe. Now I'm going to erase these middle lines right here. So we should just have a cross right in the middle of this corner. So I'm going to also erase the middle guidelines too. Now if you need to, remember to pause the video and you can take extra time to finish this step. Next, we're going to finish the Union Jack flag by drawing a line that goes across. So I'm going to turn my paper this way, and when we go through the middle, it should go like that. We just draw a line directly through the middle. And then I'm going to do the same thing this way. So we should have an X when we're all done. Right through the middle, like that. Next, we're going to draw, just like we did for the first cross, let's start here, and we're going to draw a line on the outside. So I'm going to draw it first on the right side, like this, and we're going to draw another line on the left side, all the way across, like that. I'm going to darken these a little bit. I'm going to go back over them and darken them so that these lines show up on camera. But remember, you guys can press lightly so that these pencil lines don't show up at the very end. All right, now let's turn our paper this way. A lot of paper turning, huh?
Yeah.
When we have two sheets, you guys could just have one. That makes it a little easier. So now we're going to draw a line on the left of this part of the cross and also on the right side. There's a lot of steps for this flag, but when we're all done, it's going to turn out so cool. We're going to use our erasers again to erase all of the lines that are inside of the first cross. So we should just have the diagonal lines coming in, and then they stop when they get to the cross. Now this part we're going to fast forward again, but remember to pause the video and take time to erase these lines. Now we're ready to draw the stars, and they're the Commonwealth Star or the 7-point star. So we're going to start with the big one that's right directly below the cross right here. So we're going to first draw an upside down V. We're going to go up and then down. on the other side. And these should be equal on both sides. And then this point is directly below the cross. Now we're going to start on this left point down here, and we're going to draw a line that comes across like this. Comes all the way over. Perfect. Then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Come up like that. Now we're going to start over here. We'll start on the right side, and we're going to draw another line that comes down below and crosses over to this side. Comes below and crosses over. Nice. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, the left side. We're going to start over here. We're going to come across, cross over here, and then stop on the other side. I'm going to go back over it so it's darker. Did you get it?
Yeah.
All right. And then right here at the bottom, we're going to draw a line that comes across and connects to the other side. This is super tricky to draw this star, and it's okay if it looks a little different than mine. Remember, we're using pencils, so if you want to, you could erase and try again if you want to. But don't erase it, because we're going to actually practice drawing 4 more of these stars, but smaller, to create the Southern Cross over here on the right side. Southern Cross is a constellation in the sky. All right, so let's first draw. We're going to draw one up here towards the top, but right in the middle. So we're going to draw it right here. Let's draw it smaller. So this time we're going to go a little faster. We're going to draw an upside down V. There you go. Then we're going to draw one diagonal line comes out to the right and another one that comes out to the left. Do you remember the next step?
Yes.
We're going to start here, and we're going to draw a line that comes down. We're going to do the same thing over here. Comes down, and then at the very bottom, connect the two points. Now I'm making the arms or the little spikes of the star a little long, so you can come in and make those a little shorter after you draw them. And we're using pencils, so you can just erase. If they get a little long, you can come back in and just erase them. Make them a little shorter. You don't want them to look like an octopus.
Yeah.
Too long. All right, should we draw another one?
Yes.
We're going to come straight down, and we're going to draw another one down here. So it's right below the first one. We're going to draw another upside down V. Now I'm going to do this one even faster, okay? We're going to draw one. The diagonal line comes out to the side. Then we're going to draw another one that comes down on both sides, and then connect the bottom. I can already tell you're getting better.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, now we're going to do 2 more. Now this first one we're going to draw over here, close to the Union Jack flag. We're going to draw upside down V, diagonal lines, 2 going up, and then 2 crossing and coming back down, and then connect the bottom. Tell you, the more you practice, the better you get, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more. Now this one over here is going to be directly to the right, but up a little higher. So it's not directly to the right. We're going to draw the upside down V, 2 diagonal lines up, cross back down, and then connect the bottom. Good job, Jack. You did it. Now see how this side is a little shorter than this side? This one you can make a little smaller. Perfect. All right, now we have one more star to draw. Now this one isn't 7 point. This one is 5 points. So we can just draw the regular, kind of the way that we have always drawn it, like that. There you go. Just go up. You create that upside down V, cross over like that, back across, and then connect at the bottom. The last thing we need to do with our pencil is come in and erase the inside of the star, of each of the stars. So all of those guidelines that we created, we want to erase. Now we're going to fast forward because we're going to do this for each of the stars. All right, we've finished erasing the guidelines in the stars. Now we're ready to color. We're only going to use 2 colors, red and blue, and we're going to use markers, but you can use whatever you have at home or in your classroom. Now we're first going to start with using our red marker, and I'm going to show you how we're going to color the Union Jack first. So we're going to draw I'm going to draw a line that comes straight down like this. So we need a little white stripe next to the red stripe. So we're first going to draw a line that comes down like that. And then we can actually color in between these two lines like that, all the way down to the pencil line on the top and also the bottom. Then I'm going to turn my paper like this, and we're going to draw another red cross that comes across, or comes down like this, and we're going to leave a little white border on the cross. So I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom side or the right side, and then I'm going to color right in the middle too. Now this, I'm going to give you this marker so that you can, we only have one red marker right now, huh? So we got to share it. So this next part, we're going to fast forward, but if you want to take time, pause the video, you can finish your cross also. Now we're ready to color the X going through the cross. So the first one we're going to do is this bottom right, and we have the line going right through the middle. So I'm going to use some marker to trace on the top part of that diagonal, the center line. So I'm going to do another line that gets a little thicker right next to it. So I'm coloring above that center line. So it's the white border on the bottom side is thicker than the white border on the top. Now I'm going to switch up here to the top right side, and I'm going to color on top of that center line. So I'm going to do another line to make it a little thicker. Finish up the little corners. On the top right section, the border on the bottom is thicker. The white border is thicker than the top one. Now on this side, it's going to flip. So now I'm going to color below that center line. Go down. All the way, I'm going to finish the corner and make it a little thicker. So on this one, it's flipped. The top white border is thicker than the bottom white border. And then the same thing down here. I'm going to color below the center line. So again, on this bottom left section, the white border is thicker than the bottom white border. All right, now we're going to fast forward again and let you finish, Jack. Okay. Now we're ready to color with our blue markers, and we're going to color everything except for the stars. We're going to leave those white, and we're also going to leave the borders on the cross and also the X. We're going to leave those white. Now we are going to fast forward one more time, but at the end you guys can pause the video to match our same coloring. You ready to fast forward?
Yes.
Jack, give me 5. You did such a great job on coloring the Australian flag. I love how it looks all colored in. I hope our friends are going to take time to pause the video and match our same coloring. It was a lot of blue, and we also went up inside of the Union Jack flag and colored these little pie shapes too. We love Australia so much.
And we hope you had a lot of fun drawing the flag of Australia.
Yeah, we do. We hope you had a lot of fun, and we hope all of you in Australia are safe. We love you guys, and we'll see you later, our friends. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, so take some time to draw, and then when class happens, we want to see your flags.